Well, hello everyone. You know what? I feel like you guys owe me one. A little bit. I have been giving you so many whiskey reviews and so many rum reviews of, popular-ish stuff over the last couple of weeks. I feel like I need a week off to, nourish my soul a little bit on just weird things. And so today we're going to do some gin. I don't know what we're doing next time. Maybe some grappas. That might be fun. Today we're doing 100 Mill Street gin. I got the regular one, and I got a much stronger Bourbon Barrel one. And, so let me tell you how I came across these. SharedPour, which is an online retailer, every year does a random bottle sale, and here's how it works. They have a bunch of stuff that they cannot sell otherwise because they're a retailer and that kind of thing happens. A bunch of stuff goes out quickly, a bunch of stuff just kind of sits in the back and does not move. So, in order to get rid of the stuff that does not move, you can kick them a couple of bucks, and they will send you a random bottle from out of their stuff that doesn't move at way, way, way lower price than you would otherwise pay. So I got my little box of random bottles, and it was really fun to kind of dig through and see what I got. It's like Labubu for adults. And two of those options were gins, these specific gins. I have them poured already because I started another take of this video and then messed up everything. I'm going to get right on this take. So the nifty thing about these folks based in Minneapolis is they're distilling their gin from maple sap. That is not one of the botanicals. That is the base. So maple sap is the stuff that you boil down in order to get maple syrup. It is the stuff that comes out of maple trees. That is a very unusual choice for a spirit base, but I'm excited to see what happens. And let's get stuck into these. I'm going to start with the basic one first. This is batch 35, probably bottled last year maybe, and it is 42% alcohol by volume. On the nose. Oh, God. Yeah, that's fun. Let's talk about gin as a category. Gin it's a little bit like horror movies. And what I mean is, you will never ever see like a deeply experimental film hit wide release movie theaters. It doesn't happen anymore. There really aren't any art movies hitting your local cinema anymore. But the way you can sneak that in, the way you can play with conventions and get weird with your movie is to be able to market it as a horror movie. Because if it's a horror movie, then you can basically make it an art house film. But if there's horror elements, then the audience is still going to accept it, and you still have people who are going to kick you a couple of tickets. I feel like gin has kind of become that for spirits. If you are distilling something weird, if you are making something weird in your little distillery, whatever you're doing, it's really hard to sell it. What are you going to sell it as? Like a maple sap eau de vie? Absolutely not. No one's going to buy that. However, if you stick some botanicals into it and call it a gin, then suddenly you have a market. Or, I don't know, if you're making some kind of digestif, if you're some kind of, I don't know, like a drier liqueur or a classic Geist or something, call it a gin. Suddenly you have an audience. As long as you're kind of playing in that direction, you got some green stuff happening, people will accept it. Whereas they wouldn't have given you any money for one of those other categories. It's like how horror movies work. The reason why I say that is this does not smell... it really doesn't smell like a classic London gin or anything. There's really no juniper on this. Or if it is, it's very subtle. It doesn't even smell like a modern gin or anything. I'm not getting that huge hit of citrus and flowers that I would normally expect in like a modern American gin. This is... so I'm getting the maple. It smells more like a maple tree than like maple syrup, but yeah, it smells mapley. There's a little bit of a green note, but it's not. I don't think juniper is not what first comes to mind. I don't know what botanicals they're using. They didn't give me the list, but like I'm getting a little bit of like a sage thing. Touch of lavender, maybe. It's very subtle. It's quite beautiful. Cinnamon. There's something else. It's something almost like a subtle soy sauce component to this, which is interesting. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of like a Christmas tree needle or two kind of coming through now, but does not present anything like most of the categories of gin that I'm familiar with. But I like it. It's a very pretty nose. Yeah, I mean, it smells like a maple. It smells like the woods. It smells like you've just taken a walk in the woods or something. But maybe there's some you're carrying some cinnamon and flowers along with you. I don't know, something like that. Very pretty. Maybe a little bit of like a lime peel thing in there too. Aniseed, a little bit of licorice on the palate. I mean, yeah, the 42% feels like it's hurting this a little bit. Not too much, though. It's how do I describe this? On the front end, going into the mid palate, it feels a bit thin. The finish is much more substantial, and because I think there's a lot of pepper coming out. A little bit more of that kind of soy saucy thing. What is that? Or like soy sauce, like an MSG soy saucy thing. I don't know if you can get an MSG in a gin, but more floral in the palate, more botanical in the palate, less mapley. I mean, it's the maple, and again, it's more like the tree, the wood, than the syrup, but mapliness. It's there, but it's more reserved. You're getting a lot of pepper, sage again, maybe a little bit of basil, flowers, lavender. Is there citrus? Yeah, right on the front, there's a little burst of like orange lime, but it doesn't hang around long. Got that kind of black licorice thing again, a little bit of aniseed. Huh. I mean, I like it. I mean, it's not a traditional gin by any means, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. This feels like something where they made a delicious thing and maybe didn't necessarily know what to do with it, aside from just call it a gin and see if folks will buy it. But this is good. I think, I don't know what I would do cocktail-wise with this. Like, I would just give it like a little squirt of tonic or something and just be done with it. I don't think I'd get more adventurous than that. It's good on its own. But I do want more power. Finish is nice, but it's the botanicals doing the lifting. It feels like the spirit is falling off a little bit, especially on the front and kind of in the mid palate. So I'm going to give this a couple drops. We'll move on. 2, 3. Now this Bourbon Barrel gin is it's a take pick. So it's the r/bourbon Reddit group folks. Batch take-04, and this is bottled at 57.5% alcohol. I don't know how long this went into barrel. I saw a previous batch went in for like 25 months. I'm guessing this is pretty similar. And yeah, I'm excited to try this on the nose. Nice. So you cannot escape from the American oak on this, but that's okay. I mean, you're getting vanilla. You're getting little whiffs of like wood shop, sawdust, like spare boards. But there is that little hint of like, I don't know, like a soy sauce thing. I don't know what that is. Flowers, but it's well, okay. You're getting almost like a rummy hint on this, in the sense that there's a Pepsi kind of character and like Pepsi florals. I'm getting more citrus now. There's some lime again, orange, that little hint of green, but less obvious than in the first glass. Sage again, maybe basil, aniseed. And there is like that woodsy character, but it's not just like maple wood this time or maple tree. It's, that plus the oak. Honestly, I would love to see this stuff aged in like a maple wood barrel. Can you make barrels out of maple wood? I don't know anything about the grain on like maple wood, but that's a thought. Just go double on your mapleness. Okay. Pretty nose. I mean, these are not big, shouty, loud spirits. They're they come across as quite delicate, and I appreciate that on the palate. So right now, I want to pause the video and run off and make myself a Negroni with this. Holy cow. I mean, that was my first thought is, holy crap, this would Negroni so well. Oh. I mean, inevitably, like my first point of comparison is maybe a rye. But this is like way more, I don't know, way more botanical and peppery than a young rye whiskey would be. Let me stop thinking about Negronis and get some notes for you. Oh yeah, arrives on that kind of mixed oak and maple woodiness thing. There's a little bit of a nuttiness to the like a green nut thing, like an unroasted nut thing. Certainly some lime and orange on the front end as well. A little bit of flowers creeping in, lavender, kind of field flowers. That kind of wood shop component. As it moves back, like on the unaged, it does pick up a lot more pepper, a lot more herbaceousness. So the finish is really a combination of like lots of black pepper, sage, basil, I guess. A little bit of licorice in there, a fair amount of licorice in there, actually. That soy saucy thing that I can't nail down. Yeah, I'm going to stop thinking about it. But all that is combined with a nice kind of sweet tea element vanilla and sweet tea element coming from the cask. And it works really, really well. I mean, yeah, if you have a night where you're like, man, do I make a Negroni or a Boulevardier? This is made for you. Like, go use this in that drink. I guarantee you it'll be fabulous. I mean, it's not developing huge depth and complexity. I mean, this still feels like a really good spirit that's been in barrel for, maybe a year or two. But, man, this is delicious. I really like this. All right, let's give this a squirt or two. Probably more like 4 or 5. 3, 4. Let's try it. Go 4.5. I don't want to kill this. Ooh. I'm sold. And the thing is, this is only like a couple of bucks more than the unaged. So unless the unaged really, really steps up with the water, I'm gonna just tell you go and buy this, or go buy like 12 of the random picks from SharedPour, and I'm sure one of these will be in there. Okay, back to the unaged. Ooh. There's like a vanilla thing in this now. What is that? Yeah, there is like a vanilla whipped cream, or almost like a vanilla creamer thing on this now. Just drizzled all over the stuff that was there before. Is that maple? What is that? That is crazy. It's the kind of thing I expect to get sometimes in cane syrup rums. This will come up, but not in like maple sap distillate. Nice. Again, miles away from any traditional gin I can think of, or any like modern gin I can think of. It's kind of its own thing. On the palate. Okay. Water kind of softens up the finish a bit, which I don't think is a bad thing. Neat. It's a little bit of a whack of, big whack in the middle of your mouth of pepper and herbs and stuff. Now it's a little bit more gradually delivered, but the finish isn't any more lengthy or substantial because of that. Maybe a little bit more integrated on the profile. Otherwise, same kind of notes. More herbaceous, more ginny on the palate than it is on the nose. It still has that soy sauce thing. What is that? Almost a little bit of the earthy, maple tree kind of character of this is very fun. There's almost like a grungy chocolate character to this too. Interesting. I like it. I would like it more if it was a hair bit stronger, but it's lovely as is. I will call this like a 84. I need like a horror emoji, right? Because that's what this is. This is a horror movie. This is an art movie presenting itself as a horror movie in gin form. That is what this is. I'll call it an 84 ghost out of 100. Because that's what this is. Don't think this is a traditional gin at all, or you will not like it. But if you're kind of adventurous and looking for something weird, there you go. But I probably wouldn't buy another one of these. Instead, I would buy another one of these. Bourbon Barrel version. More citrus, more lime, more orange. Almost like a brown sugar thing coming out. Okay, not a whole lot of change, but more citrus on the palate. I mean, terrific. Just absolutely terrific. I mean, if you are any kind of rye fan, this is worth a try. It really is, because it's a close neighbor to that flavor profile, but it's also doing some things for me that are new. That umami soy thing is really fun. It's a little bit nutty. It's intense. It's big and intense on the licorice. Herbal, but not too herbal. Just really beautifully balanced. Not as much change with water, despite the strength as with the unaged version, but it didn't need it. Like, this was fabulous as it was. Score-wise, where do I go on this? You know, I'm stuck between 86 and 87, so I'm just going to call this an 86 plus. 86 plus points. Grab yourself a bottle of this and just, like, make Negronis all day long. Make them for yourself, make them for your friends, your family, your kids. Don't make them for your kids. You know what I mean. Great stuff. 86 plus points. 84 Ghost for the unaged version. And yeah, that is the video. Thanks for watching and cheers.